Okay, welcome back. Where are we? Video number 2, I believe. You can see the frame is on its side. At the end of the last video, I did mention that the frame had a really bad twist to it, turn to it. Basically, and I'll try and do it, and hopefully it doesn't stay this way. But the front part here, starting about here, started to curve this way, so it looked like that. Okay. I glued it down to the surface as straight as I could make it, and then I took a torch basically, and I heated up right about here on both sides. And I think being glued in that position, when it's cooled, it basically melted into that position a bit, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's better. It's still got a little bit of turn to it. I might try and heat it up a little bit more and sort of hold it there, but it's better, a lot better. I still got to paint it, but I want to see what other parts need to go on it before I paint it, because I want to do it all at once. The majority of the parts that are attached to a frame of a truck like this are black, or they're the same color as the frame. And I know some trucks you'll see on the road have different colored frames. I show truck especially. If your truck is red, there's a chance that your frame is red as well. I'm going all black because that's the color on the box anyway. So it'll be easy to just paint the frame the same color as the body. But again, nearly everything that's attached to the frame, the brackets that hold the fuel tanks, the suspension, things like that, it's almost all the same color anyway. So that's where we are. The engine, it actually fits right in there beautifully. I've had some trouble with engines before not going into the frame, the body, the way that they're supposed to. This one, it basically just fits right in very well. So I think we're looking pretty good. So our next step, I believe, is to start adding suspension and things like that. So we'll get on that, and we will be right back. Okay, welcome back. Where to begin? We got most of the assembly done. Yeah, I mean it's looking good. It's slow progress. I'm just really hoping that frame is as straight as it seems to appear. We'll know, I guess, when I start putting the wheels and things on. So we are at a point now where it looks like we're starting to assemble all of the suspension parts. We got the fuel tanks installed, front axles installed, the shocks. Yeah, so now it's just those sorts of things. So we got, looks like the air bags for the suspension. Got several of those to put together and install and paint. And then we got both rear axles and the suspension. So that's where we are at the moment. So we'll, I guess we just start building. I mean, that's basically what we do. We do have one piece taped off. This is the battery box and the battery. I'm not for sure why the battery is removable, because the way it's installed, I feel like you will never get that battery out. But I have it taped off because it's basically two colors. The bottom part is white. I'll paint that, then I'll tape it off again and paint the rest with the black that it needs. I will paint the battery anyway. I'll detail it out only because, I mean, maybe it's visible. I don't know. I won't know until we actually get this thing assembled. It's going to go up here, in fact, right there. So we'll get that painted. But it's looking good. I'm impressed so far. Again, there's a few little things here and there in the instructions. You know, they again, it's vague. You know, they say this part goes here, and they put an arrow pointing in that general direction. These cross members were notorious for that. This one here, according to the instructions, was meant to be mounted up in this area, but it clearly belongs way back here. So, you know, it's a hit or miss. But all in all, I mean, fitting is good. Everything's going together good. There's a bit more flash than I like. But I mean, it's an old mold. It is what it is. So there we are. We will finish the suspension and probably get it in for paint, and we will be back in a few. Welcome back. So we're basically at the point where the frame is done. I even after assembling the axles and getting everything put on, I went ahead and painted it and gave it a clear coat. The wheels are on, but they are not. I mean, you know, they're just dry fitted right now. I didn't want to jump too far ahead. But it does look really good. I like this so far. I believe the next steps, according to the instructions, are going to be body related. I'll have to look at them again. But this is where we're going to leave this video off. Clear coated, looks pretty good. Not as glossy as I would have liked. I think my clear coat, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with it. And I've had it a while, so there's a good chance it's just not doing the job that it was intended to do. But it looks pretty good. There's some gloss to it. Let me do a quick little zoom. You can kind of see that. I mean, it's got a nice shine to it. The engine is dirtied up. I am going to weather the frame as well. So I didn't want to go, it didn't bother me too much that it wasn't super glossy, because again, I am going to weather it as well. So we'll end this video here. We'll look forward to the next video. I take a look at that real quick. We'll see what the next video is going to entail. Move this out of the way. Obviously, it's going to be permanently mounting the engine according to the instructions. The drive shaft as well, because obviously that comes hand in hand with the engine. I did have a little bit of trouble with the battery box. It's my fault, of course. I painted and then clear coated, but I forgot to turn it over and paint and clear coat the bottom side, or the top side. It's actually going to show. For whatever reason, I don't know what I was thinking, but I concentrated on this side, which won't show. Just the way I am, I'm weird that way. So I have to fix that, but that's an easy fix. Paint the battery, install the engine, and the drive shaft. After that, okay, so after that, it'll be things like the radiator, installing the wheels permanently. Looks like the exhaust will be next as well. And then cabin assembly. So that's where we are at the moment. That's what you can look forward to in the next video. I think that's it, and thanks for watching.